Yo, it's D.Arthur in the building, speaking to you guys today about live your life as if someone is watching your every action. Warren Buffett said, if you do not want it to be on tomorrow's newspaper, don't do it. This is how you have to live your life consciously. You have to live your life like this. The reason why you have to live your life like this is because once you consciously do these things, you're going to get the output that you are wanting. If you lowball it, if you do free for all, if you're just lazing around, you're not going to get the things that you actually want, and you're going to be doing it in vain. You have to realize this. So, every single thing that you do, act as if someone is watching you and taking notes. Are the things that you're doing consistently every single day going to get you the output that you want? This is how you have to realize this. This is what you have to realize. I've been working with a couple people. I've been working closely with a few people, and they're saying that there's things that I'm telling them to do, to help them benefit their life. And they told me they're just not doing it. Some of the things that they're doing, they're not supposed to be doing, they're not doing it. The reason why this is because the brain likes comfort. If it takes a lot of things, if it's very comfortable for you to do, the brain is more likely going to do it. But if it pushes you out of your paradigm, your thought process, and you do this, it's going to compare two things: the effort needed to complete a task and the probability of you getting a result. If the effort exceeds the probability of you getting a certain result, more likely than not, in your brain's head, you're not going to want to do it. You're not going to want to do it. But if the effort is well enough and the probability of you actually getting the things that you want is high, then you're more likely going to do it. You're more likely going to do it. But you have to realize that there is a law of cause and effect. There is a law of input and output. Doing specific things do garner a specific result. Doing specific things do garner a specific result. You just have to put your head down and do the work. And then once you consistently do this for a long period of time, you're going to finally get the result that you've been wanting. But the majority, 95% of the population realizes that it might be too hard, too difficult to go about this way. So they'd rather just stay in their comfort zone and just not do it. Taking the path of least resistance. They take the path of least resistance every single time, and they're not getting where they want. They're not getting where they want to be. Now the thing is, the big caveat of this is that's the thing. Like, you're not that. Even though if you're not getting to where you want to be, maybe for example, it's about like losing weight or something like that. If you're still, comfortable with your life, you're still okay with some of the things that you have, then you're going to justify yourself staying in the same place. If you're comfortable in any aspect, maybe then this happens in any area of your life, your health, your wealth, your finances, your relationships, anything like that. If you want to get to a certain place, but you're also comfortable enough in the certain situation that it's not enough for you to actually change, then by all means your brain is going to think you don't need to do that much because we're already good here. This is how 95% of the population thinks, and this is why 95% of the population has the things that they have. So it really comes down to you actually wanting the things that you desire and actually going after it without making any excuses. You have to trick your brain to do the hard things. You have to. Another thing is your the vices that you have around you. It's a lot easier. I read some article that it's easier to have. It's more likely to have a confrontation with a weapon if you have the weapon in your area, your home area, your vicinity like that. But it's going to be less likely if you don't have it in your means, in your eyesight. That goes along with foods. If you have the foods that you're not supposed to eat in your area, you're more likely going to consume them. But if it's out of sight, then there's probably, you're not going to use it. So this is how you have to have your current setup. Your current setup has to be where you put all the things that you need, like maybe your gym clothes, all your books close to you, and all the things that you don't want to do as much, out of sight and out of reach. This is how you have to look at it. So live your life as if someone was watching your every action. If you actually live by this religiously, if you do this religiously, you really take this into account and you do it specifically, you will realize that certain actions that you're taking every single day, the things that you need to do, you're finally going to get those done a lot more, and you're finally going to get to maybe a better place in your life, as opposed to just doing things and going with the flow and winging it every single day. Maybe it's doing it some here and some there, and that's another thing. In terms of the quote-unquote slight edge, if you do some of the things that you're supposed to do, but then some days you slack off, maybe a couple days, and then you go back, what's actually happening is that in the future, you're going to stay in the same place. In terms of the success curve, if you're doing the consistent things that you need to do every single day, in due time, in a compounded time, you're going to get the result that you want. But if you're doing the simple errors in judgment every single day, the bad habits every single day, then eventually you're going to not be in a place that you want. But if you're doing it some days, you're going to stay in the same spot. So it really comes down to it. It really comes down to what you want for yourself and how serious you are about achieving certain things for yourself. No one can want more for you than you want it for yourself. These are all the things that are truthful. So if you live your life like this, eventually you're going to see the progress. Other people are going to see the progress. Everyone's going to see the progress, and things are going to go well for you. But if you just wing it, you're lackadaisical, you're unintentional, going through emotions, you're going to live that life of quiet desperation that Emerson, that 95% of men have. Quiet desperation. Men are quietly desperate in 2024 and beyond. We live in a quietly desperate time. The bottom line is, make yourself not desperate. You have to put in real action consistently, real aggressive actions consistently to move the needle. This is how you can get to a place that you want to be. You have to realize this. These are the things that happen for you. These are the things that can happen for you if you just put in some consistent effort for an extended period of time, not be distracted, be focused, and actually get to a place that you want to be. You will separate yourself from the pack. You will separate yourself from your friends, and you will be the person that you always thought that you could be. And you will thank yourself later. Things will pay off for you. The pendulum swing is in your favor. You also have to realize there's invisible energies waiting viciously to help you out. This is the thing that is not talked about. There is invisible entities, spiritual energies, the natural energies of the world. Nature is friendly to your plans. That's the thing that everyone is missing out of all of this. Nature is friendly to your plans. The things that you have in mind that you want, there's invisible energies out there conjuring, acting in the background to help you get the things that you want. You just have to make that decision. Once you make that decision, the entire world rearranges itself to help you get the things that you want. So the reason why you're not getting some of you come across as pessimistic is because you don't believe in the external, the outside helping you get the things that you want. This is what you have to change. You have to change this. You have to change this. Nature is friendly to your plans. Invisible energies are outside waiting viciously to help you get the things that you want. You have to make this up in your mind that this is correct and then go about your life as if this is true. That way you will never be worried any single day in your life. Now, if you want more consistent motivation, more fulfillment in your life, really getting the needle moving in your life, and you want an accountability network, you want an accountability partner, go ahead and book down a free call, book a free strategy call down below. We will help you with the High Value Blueprint intensive coaching program, custom coaching program tailored to your needs. Like the video, comment, and subscribe. We will see you in the next one.